When it comes to being a demon slayer, our heroes usually wield swords in combat. But hey, not everyone follows the traditional path. Take Genya Shinazugawa for example. Instead of swinging a fancy sword like the others, he's like, nah, I'll just shoot him with a shotgun. I mean, who needs a blade when you've got a boomstick, right? Maybe he took a few pointers from the Evil Dead. I can already hear Ash Williams saying, Groovy.
Groovy.
But hold on tight, folks. Spoiler alert. We're diving into the current season of Demon Slayer and even talking about some manga events that haven't been shown yet. So if you're not caught up, consider yourself warned. Now let's rewind a bit. We first encounter Genya in the final selection arc where he's not exactly winning any popularity contests. He gets all aggressive with Kanata Ubuyashiki, one of the facilitators, and threatens her for not immediately handing him a fancy Nichirin sword. Tanjiro, being the good guy he is, steps in and puts Genya in his place. The dude kinda had it coming, to be honest. At first glance, Genya seems like your typical shonen anime rival. You know, like Vegeta or Bakugo. But hold your horses. There's more to him than meets the eye. And by meets the eye, I mean those gnarly scars on his and his brother's bodies. Turns out, his brother is Sanemi Shinazugawa, the Wind Hashira. Talk about a family reunion at the Scar Club. We'll get into the whole Scar story in just a sec. But let's address the elephant in the room. Why does Genya ditch the sword for a shotgun? Well, my friends, it's a tale of unmastered breathing styles and compensating with firearms. Genya couldn't quite get the hang of those fancy breathing techniques, so he said, hey, why not blast those demons into oblivion instead? I mean, it's hard to argue with the results. A shotgun gives some long-ranged oomph, and those demon-busting blasts are enough to partially sever a demon's head. But guns aren't exactly precision instruments, and ammo is limited, so it's a bit of a trade-off. Genya using a shotgun is also kinda interesting. Demon Slayer takes place in Taisho-era Japan, meaning it's somewhere between 1912 and 1926. But even though the 20th century is well underway, most of the Demon Slayer Corps is pretty old-fashioned in how they fight. Seriously, World War I happened in this era, but our heroes are still using swords. So Genya using a shotgun makes him look more modernized, as well as reflects his pragmatic nature and how he's much less traditional than the other Slayers in the Corps. But don't underestimate Genya just yet. He may be known for a shotgun, but he also rocks a Nichirin wakizashi, basically a shorter version of your typical Japanese katana. It's perfect for getting up close and personal with any demons he's fighting. If his bullets don't get the job done, he whips out that blade to finish the slicing and dicing. The color of a Nichirin blade is something that's majorly important in Demon Slayer, and not just because it looks cool, although that's definitely true. No, the colors of each blade have some kind of symbolism to them, like when Urokodaki told Tanjiro his black katana was a sign of bad luck. But quite unusually for this series, Genya's wakizashi is just a plain gray color. Well, the cool color changing thing only happens if whoever wields it can use a breathing style, and since Genya can't, his is just a normal steely color. But that doesn't mean he's any less powerful. That blade of his can still decapitate a demon any day of the week. Honestly, Genya's fighting style stands out like a neon demon in a dark alley. Most demon slayers rely on their breathing styles and swords, but not this guy. He's like the rebel of the Corps, embracing the power of firearms. Genya's here to break the mold, folks. But wait, there's more. Genya isn't just a one-trick pony. He's got another bizarre ability up his demon-slaying sleeve. Brace yourselves because this one's a real head-turner. Literally. Genya can temporarily become a demon himself by munching on some demon flesh. Yeah, it's a bit gross, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? In demon form, he becomes supercharged, gaining insane strength and regenerative powers. Killing him? Good luck with that. Just like a true demon, he's only vulnerable to decapitation or sunlight while in this form. It's like he's a demon-themed vending machine, gobbling up powers and unleashing them like a beast. And speaking of powers, Genya's got a nifty little trick. By consuming demons, he can utilize their blood demon arts. It's like a power-up smorgasbord. But the real kicker is when he devoured Kokushibo's hair and flesh katana. Genya transformed his gun into this freaky-looking weapon covered in his own skin with eyes all over it. Yeah, it's not your average firearm. He can even control the trajectory of his bullets like Hall Horse's stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But that's not all. Once those bullets hit a target, they sprout into trees. Yep, you heard that right. His bullets are like fast-growing seed bombs. This unexpected turn of events is all thanks to Genya snacking on one of Hantengu's doubles during the Swordsmith Village arc. And to think we just wanted a light snack. This basically means that whenever Genya eats a demon, he seems to permanently absorb their blood demon art, which is an insane power-up. I mean, with how many demons there are out there, that basically means Genya could have almost any power. It's like an all-you-can-eat demon buffet for him. With all these mind-boggling powers, Genya has become quite the force to be reckoned with. Who needs a breathing style when you've got a shotgun, a demon form, and a bullet that turns into trees? This guy is rewriting the demon-slaying playbook, and the demons better watch out. Now let's take a breather from all the power talk and delve into Genya's backstory. It's time to uncover the tale of his relationship with his brother Sanemi. Before joining the Demon Slayer Corps, Genya and Sanemi grew up in a chaotic family. They had a not-so-loving father who had a knack for beating them and their mother. This guy was also addicted to gambling, which eventually led to his demise at the hands of a rival. Genya wasn't exactly shedding any tears over that one. Can you blame him? For a while, Genya and his siblings relied solely on their hardworking mother. But one fateful night, everything changed. Their mother didn't return home. Concerned, Sanemi ventured out to find her and discovered what happened. Hours turned into eternity, and just as they were about to lose hope, a knock echoed at their door. Eager to see their mother and brother, Genya's younger siblings rushed to open the door. But it was too late. A demon burst into their house, swiftly slaying Genya's innocent siblings. Miraculously, Genya survived the brutal attack but was left with severe facial scars. A painful reminder of that horrific night. Here's the real kicker. The demon that tore through their home was none other than their own mother, transformed into a creature of the night. Sanemi, desperate to save Genya, had to strike down their demonic mother. But in the midst of the chaos, Genya didn't understand what was happening. All he saw was his brother standing over his mother's lifeless body. In his confusion and grief, Genya lashed out, blaming Sanemi for their mother's death. That moment haunted Genya, and he never forgave himself for the hurtful words he spewed at his brother. Despite his guilt, he still holds Sanemi in high regard. In fact, one of Genya's most cherished memories is seeing Sanemi smile. It's a bittersweet reminder of the love he still carries for his brother. In a way, Genya's backstory parallels Tanjiro's. They both came from large families with absent fathers, lost most of their siblings to demons, and even have a family member turned demon. It's like they're two sides of the same coin. But while Tanjiro embraced compassion and empathy, Genya went down a darker path, fueled by anger and revenge. It's like seeing an alternate version of Tanjiro, a spicy remix of our beloved protagonist. Who knows? Maybe in another reality, Tanjiro could have been a shotgun-wielding, demon-slaying maniac. Demon Slayer's creator, Koyoharu Gotoge, actually wanted the manga to have a darker tone at first. So Tanjiro could have ended up as a violent and vengeful character just like Genya. So the similarities between them also work on a meta level. Pretty cool, right? So, what are your thoughts on Genya? Are you as fascinated by him as we are? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, always keep your distance from shotguns and demons. Trust us, it's a good life tip. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for more exciting content on Genya and other demon-slaying wonders in the future. Until then, happy demon hunting!